Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the casting here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague Season 3 with myself, Odie Pixel, and Draskell. We're ready to get ourselves into Game 3, Team Tinker versus Vega Squadron. And it's been an exciting series so far, Andy, and I hope to see more excitement in this match. So far, Vega, they're going to stick with the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And it's going to be first pick Phoenix. And where's my champagne? Oh, there. Oh, really? Oh, God.
Oh, Shane's already
Alcohol
over
free.
it. I could sense the disgust in his voice. By the way, I have to give Slasher credit where it's due. We talked before the third match, and I said that I thought that Tinker would ban Beastmaster in the third match because they had first pick, like Vega had first pick. Previous game they didn't, of course. Yes. It's fine. You can drink your sparkling wine or whatever it is. But he was right. They ignored the Beastmaster completely and let Vega get it. So Slasher, he got one up on me there. But still, Team Tinker, opening with the Phoenix and the Shaker, a very strong duo in of itself. And Sam has had some pretty phenomenal Phoenix games so far in this qualifier.
Oh, yes.
So I'm looking for some great things.
Boba Phoenix is very impressive, and you know, throw it in there with the Earth Shaker. And
this is like.
So, is it?
Can I? I'm just gonna. I don't need to.
Hang on.
No. You want more?
Yeah, we'll have some more.
Well, take it.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna pour it for you. You're a big boy. You can do it yourself.
I am a big boy.
All right,
anyway,
here we go.
Here we
Vega,
go, indeed.
They've got. They're gonna go with the DK
What
again.
the hell are you doing?
There's like 99 red balloons going
Excuse
on
me,
over there.
I'm trying to cast Dota 2 over here. No, don't laugh at that. Anyway,
How unnecessary.
this is... I can't believe we work in these
I
conditions,
don't know.
Andy.
We need to be paid more.
We do.
I'm gonna talk to Martin.
Can you talk to
I'm gonna
Martin
give
for
him a
me
piece
as
of
well?
my mind. Sure. I'll do it for
Dragon
us
Knight
both.
is picked up by Vega, and this
Yep.
is the third match in a row that they've run it. I mean, in the second game, do you just feel it didn't do as much as it could have?
I actually think in the first game it had less impact
Really?
than the second game.
Okay.
I think the second game DK was probably a little bit more potent. Like during that team fight analysis that they were doing, the DK walked out of range with his gem. And then that stopped one of the auto attacks on Black that ended up letting Black live. And then there was Solo who walked back and forth for like 10 seconds, maybe not realizing that his impetus actually goes through BKB. I take back the big boy comment. Apparently you don't know how to drink from a bottle,
Sorry.
which is unfortunate.
I was just a little bit...
It's okay. I mean, it takes time. It takes years of practice to properly drink from a champagne bottle.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Draskell.
It's okay.
I'm not as experienced in the kind of the higher end of esports that you've obviously have been. With
The
all
higher
your
end being
champagne.
sparkling wine. Is that the high end? This is the end game.
That's what I'm aiming for.
We're in
life,
it for the
Draskell.
alcohol-free wine.
This is alcohol free.
Or champagne, excuse me. Whatever.
Yeah, let's get it right. Come on.
Eh.
Right, ban's coming out.
Yeah.
You're banning out your Enchantress, the Skyrim Mage ban, and now your Anti-Mage ban as well. I mean, against the side that's got good old Black in, you don't want to let him get the AM.
Well, the brood ban is more important for me here
Yeah,
because
well, the
last
brood.
game it totally destroyed them. And even at this point, you could easily switch to a support Phoenix or even do a 2-1-2 if you were going to be picking brood in that particular matchup. But yeah, I like the fact that Vega took it in the second phase ban. And AM actually got, in my opinion, a significant buff just because of the Battle Fury and the work up to and the new Quelling Blade mechanic that it's also given while you're farming. So glad to see them just take away one of Black's best, or maybe even just overall best hero.
Yeah,
Still,
I mean, was it on the quarterfinals round we saw Black pick up the AM?
I
It
don't
was in
think
one of the matches he got his Black AM, and it was against the Medusa as well, and he had a final.
he's played it
time
once, right? It was only one game.
against the Medusa.
And then they won. Yeah. But yeah, I think Team Tinker, they're still looking pretty good with their first two. Vega, I wouldn't be surprised to see them just go back for the Enigma. Like, it worked well. Solo didn't even need to land a black hole in the game that they won, even though he did. I think he landed like one or two. Ended up just being a successful pushing strategy, and Team Tinker just didn't have enough to be able to defend over the course of time. And more importantly, like, the vision strat that Vega ran with their Book 3 Beastmaster and Team Tinker never having any wards and how hard it was to play against that,
It was not.
I hope they don't come to regret giving Vega Beastmaster.
I mean, yeah, the fact that Beastmaster was the first pick, and we know how good Mag is on it. It is a little bit scary, I'm sure, for Tinker. And I mean, when you kind of, with the Beastmaster and the DK out, you know what kind of playstyle Vega's going to go for. It's going to be a repeat of what they've seen throughout the series. How do you deal with it as Tinker?
Well, you really want the lanes. Like, you want good lanes like last game. Tinker, for example, they had Wind Ranger versus Tide, which is great. I mean, you're going to win that lane pretty much no matter what. You had a Brood focusing all the attention of the supports on bottom, and then you had middle lane, which is SF versus DK. That's actually how you want to lane if you're playing against this style of lineup that wants a death ball at like 15, 20 minutes in. You know, you get your mech, you get your Beastmaster with his book or his blink dagger, and then you start going. But Vega now taking their foot off the gas a little bit with the push. They're going to go for Lion. I think Lion's also very solid against Phoenix in general. Good against Shaker. Nice instant disable. Allows you to team fight a bit better. And we often refer to what Vega are doing as push, but if you think about it, they still have two very strong single target disables between a DK and the Beastmaster. Lion has significant bursts, and once Book comes out on Mag, which hell, even against like a Tri-Lane, he managed to farm it in 20 minutes. I mean, the damage output that they have is still very scary. It's not just about the fact that they can push, it's the vision, it's the capability of being able to kill Roshan, because in the third match, they will also be Dire. So they'll be Dire twice in this best of 3.
Which is, in your mind, with
I
the
think
kind
Dire,
of way that they play, is
with this
much
draft,
of an
I think
influence?
Dire's better.
You think it's better?
Yeah, because when you get the tier 1s down, which would be pretty easy with their heroes.
Yeah, with what they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to get Roche on top of that. And now Team Tinker, the first time we're going to be able to see him this series, they're going to go for the Axe.
Good old Axe. And I mean, Axe, we've already talked about it in previous games, the combination with the Phoenix. And with the Gyro. I mean, the Wombo combo certainly is there for Team Tinker.
And Shaker too. There's a lot of chance for some Echo Slams. I'm just wondering who's going to play Phoenix and who's going to play Axe. I guess they could put Black on one of the farming heroes. If they could put him on Axe if they wanted to. Because I don't know if anybody else plays Phoenix.
I think Way2 plays the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Does he?
I'm pretty sure we've seen a Way2 Phoenix game.
And Pylai die Shaker then.
Or maybe, maybe, I mean, you don't think they'll run jungle Axe. You think it will be, it's got to be a core
I think
Axe.
it will be lane.
Yeah. Safe lane Axe, or do you think they're doing Axe Phoenix kind of dual off lane?
Yeah, that was my first inclination when I saw the heroes, is they'll probably just do Axe Phoenix. And then you can have Gyrocopter plus Shaker bottom and you just last pick a mid. Like that seems like really stable lanes to me, because the bottom lane with Shaker and Gyro can still zone a Beastmaster. And even if the Shaker decides to leave, Gyro versus Beastmaster 1v1 is fine. Like the Gyro doesn't really, he doesn't need help. So I think it will give Team Tinker a lot of potential to just get good EXP on both the Phoenix and the Shaker, which is very important. Because if you put them together in a lane, it's still okay. Like you could do that and then have the Axe solo another lane, or you could even go aggro, but I don't think you want to do it because they're very experience starved. Like Phoenix needs his ultimate, Shaker needs his ultimate, and you're going to want Gyro levels too. Even though, was it Vega who ran it and went like 2-0-4? Like no points into missile at all? And then they had 2 points in a rocket barrage and full flak. I think that's the build.
It was, it was I think at the quarterfinal stage, Vega. They did pick Gyro and they did do that, yeah.
By the way, sorry to all the people that we may have offended saying Pasha's name. Apparently.
Oh, apparently, yes.
Apparently it's not a nice thing to say.
Which, I mean, we weren't supposed to know. How did we know?
I didn't know.
I mean,
we were tweeted at or something, I guess, between the game, and they were like, you should probably stop saying that. So I guess we can just call him.
Yeah, apparently it's a phase that relates to fornicating with people's mothers, so we won't be saying.
It's not good to say.
No,
it's really not.
We apologize to our Eastern European viewers if we have been offending
But
you.
he was the one who did that build.
It was, yeah.
He will now forever just remain as he.
We'll call him PB.
PB, okay.
PB.
I can do that.
PB.
Now I'm just hungry because I want peanut butter and jelly.
It's a very American thing.
It is a very American thing.
But it is a good thing.
It is good. I found it out.
Why jelly? It's jam. It's not jelly.
Well, that's two different things. Like jelly and jam are actually made differently. Like
so why did you say jelly? You don't mean jelly.
Well, jelly has, I think, less sugar.
Jelly's the stuff you put in the fridge and you have for birthdays. Jam's what you spread on your bread and have on your scones and crumpets.
I don't have scones and crumpets in the U.S. You have to remember that. I'm not on that level. Our bread has not evolved to the crumpet.
The crumpets, Anyway, final ban. They're going to ban out the Luna, which, of course, we did see Mr. PB pick up. And, I mean, he had an all right game, but he was still getting blown up at the start of the fights by the Bulba Broodmother.
But that Brood is not available, so it would have been a really solid pick for Vega to be able to get their hands on.
Yeah.
And Wind Ranger going to be taken out of the hands of Quakefa. He played a phenomenal game number 2. And it's going to be the Ancient Apparition. Okay, so it's going to be the turn and burn, I guess.
You know what we're going to see? Gyro rushing the Ags.
Aghanims,
for the global cooldown AAL. Yes, come on, boys. Probably not going to happen at all. But
it's actually not that. I think Zai did it before, didn't he?
Was it Zai? I know someone did do it in competitive.
Someone bought Aghanims,
They got Aghanims on Gyro.
And it's super clowny because it actually kills a whole creep wave now. They buffed the cooldown, and before it didn't actually clear it out.
Fuzzy was Ursa. Ladies and gentlemen.
Roshan abusers.
I'd like to shout out to all our viewers who've come from the Reddit thread to this VOD. Ursa in 6.84 competitive.
He's pretty good now. Apparently, it doesn't remove stuns, like the new ultimate, but it does make it so you can remove things like slows, attack speed debuffs, and things like that. So, for instance, I guess if you get like slowed by Phoenix, you can remove that. You can remove the fire spirits as well. I don't know how it actually counts like debuffs.
Yeah.
But
it does debuff. It will debuff the Phoenix.
It dispels you when you use it, yeah.
Oh, rip egg.
But I haven't had a chance to play him yet.
The egg is not going to have a chance, Draskell.
Yeah. It's if you have max level overpower and the Phoenix is only level 1 ulti, you kill it 100% of the time.
100% is good enough for me.
100% of the time, every time.
But Ursa is a hero that does rely on lifesteal, and there is an ancient apparition in the game.
That is true. I think the Ancient Apparition is more for scouting purposes and being able to de-push. Like, that's one hero that I think were used in the TI4 finals. The AA was picked a lot because people were taking Alchemist and just using him as a frontliner to kind of soak up tower damage, and they would use like stuff like Veno and all these other heroes to kind of push in. And AA kind of like evolved into that best of 5 series to a, we need to stop this push by just dealing damage to the enemy team. So I think that's how it's going to be used in this game.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third game then of this best of 3 series between Team Marino, Tinkerino, and Vega Squadron. It is the ASUS ROG DreamLeague Season 3 here with myself, ODPixel, and Draskell. And okay, let's get ourselves stuck in. On the side of the Radiant, we're going to be seeing Pylite die. He is going to be the support on the Phoenix. It's going to be Way2 on the Apparition, Qualifier on the Earthshaker. Black will be on that position 1 Gyrocopter, and it will be Axe on the offlane. So it's looking like a mid-Earthshaker, Draskell.
Yeah, Core Shaker. Core Shaker is insane.
Core Shaker, the crit shaker.
It's triple melee, so it's like DK Beastmaster Ursa versus Core Shaker. I think Quakefa should have a pretty decent game, in all honesty. His Shaker is amazing, but we don't get to see him play it much because it's usually handled by Bulba. Since they have Phoenix, and they have Axe, and they have Shaker, 3 heroes that Bulba plays. Obviously, they had to split them up a little bit here, but we can check out the heroes on the side of the die real quick. We're gonna have, I guess we're calling him PB?
PB.
Yeah, we're gonna call him PB. He's playing Ursa. Gonna have no one playing on that DK solo, hanging out in the Witch Doctor. Here we go, Cask.
Indeed, the Cask is bouncing. Bulba trying to find himself in the middle of it all. Bulba could be a fisher coming out, catching all 3 of them. Can they bring anyone down here? Fuzzy Wuzzy's being chased down here by Bulba. Pylite die, and of course Way2, but they are going to be able to quite find the kill here onto Ursa, as Ursa will get away, and no one dies in this first bounty rune engagement here.
Lucky for him, he bought boots. Without boots, that Ursa definitely would have been dead, and it goes to show the power of Chilling Touch at level 1, fighting over the rune. Looked kind of nice for the Cask at first, but not going to end up being a kill going either way. Still getting a lot of damage in, and this is a really wonky tri-lane coming out from Vega. They can kill very easily, though, with the Ursa. His burst damage is pretty insane once he gets some levels. Or they can just...
Oh, Pylite die, takes an Earthmark to the face. He'll go down. First blood there against good old Pylite die. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, I mean, they call him Die for a reason. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love him. He's a good guy.
He looks like a good guy.
Yeah, well, he hung out at the EU hub as well.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the person who was so bad at Mario Party that I didn't even think was possible, but everyone still loves him anyway. Still 1-0 on the board for Vega. I love the Ursa pick. I think the return to competitive for him is not necessarily just about the buffs, but just how well... Is he dead again?
He's dead again.
Pylite, please!
Oh! So?
Okay, so Phoenix has 0 armor base, but he has a ring of protection, so he needs to hit level 2. He needs dive. Like level 1, he's skilled Spirit, so obviously Vega realized this and they try to go for an all-in with 2 disables. And what is the Axe gonna do? He has level 1 call. He's also not level 2. Without these heroes getting level 2, they cannot fight at all, ever. And I think Sam might just eventually decide to abandon this lane and try to go jungle, because he is not gonna get anything as a level 1 Axe. So Vega have pretty much secured the top lane win, 100%. It's nothing that they can really do, but Quaker's not doing too bad here in the middle lane. He's actually beating the DK by a couple of CS, and Way2 getting chased down by some boars.
So we'll be fine. Will come down in a DJ. The gyro scares him off. Quakefa's found himself an Invis rune here. Will ball it up. Heads back to the mid lane. And so far in the mid lane, 11 CS on your Earthshake and 11 on the DK. So a pretty nice job being done here in the mid lane by your Quakefa ES.
Yeah, he also went for the rune. He was leading on CS until he opted to go bottom for the Invis. And I think the new Shaker change, well, not really new anymore, but the enchant totem costing a lot less mana at lower level makes Shaker amazing in melee matchups, because you can just spam your totem to get last hits. Like, look at that. He hit for almost 200 damage at 2 minutes into the game with his enchant up. And that's only level 2. So base damage reduction or not, he's going to be getting his last hits.
Okay, I mean, in terms of the lane-wise, coming out from the side of Team Tinker, they have now sent Phoenix. Pylai headed back to the jungle, so I think that's kind of a bit of Bulba saying, now go to the jungle, think about what you've done and make me some stacks, boy. And that's going to be what Pylai is going to do here, and just clear out some for himself as he's still trying to find level 2.
I honestly think that if they had gotten level 2 before Vega started all-inning them, it would have been a completely different lane. Because having spin and call available and dive means that the Phoenix can't really die. And you can't all-in the Axe because there's a chance that your Ursa can just get spun to death. But they've done such a nice job at effectively zoning him out that he might actually be in trouble here.
Oh, that Spike is going to catch out Bulba. And he won't be able to quite get solo in there for the paralyzing cast.
Oh, no, wait, he didn't miss. It's just like not a very good slow at level 1, apparently.
Pylai does hit level 2, but we are 3.5 minutes in, and I mean, your Bulba Axe, he's still only halfway through 1.
This is why a lot of people say that picking some offlaners just isn't viable when you're up against a tri-lane, because you just get nothing. Like hitting level 2 at 4 minutes, considering the safe lane farmer is level 4, the experience difference, even with 2 supports in the lane, is just too big.
Okay, indeed, and 4 minutes in, Fuzzy Wuzzy's having a great time here. Hold on the bear and Mag. Oh, they're thinking about going in, but they don't quite want to commit to it. Way 2 just having a bit of a 1v1 here with the boar as Mag heads into the jungle, but Qualifier is there and he does have a Fisher. The axe has come out, Way 2 getting low, but now with the Fisher they turn it around. Will Way 2 go down to the boar? No, they'll be able to kill one, but the second boar does manage to peep him. It is a 1-for-1 trade there in the Radiant jungle.
Well, unfortunately Mag died first, which means that he didn't get any of the experience for killing the Ancient Apparition, and the AA got level 3 off that, so in the end, still nice for Mag to be able to find himself something. Maybe not the situation that he was hoping for, and even opts to go for Tranquil Boots. Interesting.
Mid lane, double damage is popped, and so is the Dragon Form, and they will be able to find the kill onto Quake for the very nice pick off for no one on the Dragon Knight, especially in a lane where so far, in terms of CS, it has been pretty even between the two of them.
I just want to point out, how many double damages has this guy gotten?
In the whole series, I think we're into double figures, yeah.
Every time I've seen him, this guy has had a double damage. It's actually insane. I'm pretty sure if I was playing up against that, I would be raging. Be like, how does this guy always have DD?
Fortification comes out, it's going to need to, because double damage and this form here is going to do so much to this tower. He'll get a hit onto Quaker, a hit onto the tower, but now will back himself up over the river, keeping himself safe, but still 4-1. It's a very strong start for the side of Team Vega. And I mean, draft-wise, do Team Tinker have the potential to kind of look for the comeback mechanic and get themselves back in towards the mid-game?
Well, they can come back for sure. You just need to make sure that your axe has some stacks to come back to. Like, he needs Blink Dagger desperately when he has a start this bad. He is recovering a bit, though. He's almost level 4. So it's not as if the lane was, well, let's be honest, it was pretty bad. But it wasn't a catastrophe. So he can recover, get his Tranquils up, start getting some farm. Once Pylai hits 6, you get a Blink on your axe, you get a Blink on your Shaker. It's game on for Tinker. Those are the core items that they really do need to try to fight up against Vega. And since axe and Shaker match up so well...
Way two. Look at the balls here, and Mag going to work. He will be able to find himself a kill. That's the power of the BM off lane, and well, Pylai coming in, but Mag's got the backup as solo. Paralyzing cast won't bounce, but it will be thrown down to stop Pylai chasing. Now, though, the Icarus dive and the Fisher blocking them off. This is a big cooldown, catching both Mag and Solo. Solo goes down, Mag will go down, and Pylai redeeming himself to the best of his abilities, finds himself a double kill.
He needs to get 2 assists for the ultimate score. He's 3-2-0 right now.
No.
But if he gets 2 assists, he can be 3-2-2. I believe in him. He can do it.
He can indeed.
But the recovery is pretty hilarious because he died twice in a row within like the span of a minute and then gets 3 kills. So he's about half his team's deaths and all of their kills. That is some contribution.
Wow. With this Ursa, he's coming into level 6, he's got the Morbid Mask, he's got the Phase Boots. Do you feel we'll see a very early attempt on Roshan, or do you want to kind of wait a little bit before going in with the Ursa?
I think you want to see an earlier Rosh, because the new way that Enrage works is it gives you extra stacking on Fury Swipes. So you get like a multiplier of how effective it is, and he's also maxing it as his first skill. So I think killing Roshan...
This is a killing Roshan skill build.
I mean, even prior to the patch, you would do this if you wanted to kill Roshan, but now it's like a lot more effective, and you should be at a much higher threshold of HP doing it with this build as well, because the harder you hit, obviously, the more you lifesteal.
Okay, and well, top lane, DK looking for a bit of farm here, of course, with Seema the Slayer backing him up as Ursa's rotated into the jungle, so kind of sacking the mid lane here, Vega, and giving Mr. Crit Shaker, aka Quake, for a lot of space to find some farm.
The more farm he gets, the better. He's going to have a great game. He did die once, though, to the double damage on the DK. But he's still level 8 in 8 minutes. That's all you can ask for. Like, he's getting his farm. I think he's bottle crowing right now. Yep, he is. And he's only about 800 away from Blink. So his Blink timing will be like 10, 11 minutes, most likely. And then you're going to start seeing some dunks.
Ursa now headed out of the jungle and into the mid lane looking for some farm himself.
This could be big for Qualifier.
Let's see if he's able to do anything about this top lane or back in the mid lane.
He can just solo kill the Ursa with this, I think. He can pre-enchant and just like haste in with Echo and then kill him.
Let's see if he gives it a shot. He's walking in. He has got the Echo Slam, Ursa. Needs to be careful with the positioning here, Mr. PB.
No, too obvious.
Oh, he's kind of teasing it out.
I don't know why he's not going for it, though. Because, like, if he pre-enchants and hastes in, there's no way he can get away in time.
Yeah, now
I'm actually surprised he didn't do that.
It's going to be a little bit trickier for him to jump on the old bear. But 3 for 5 at the moment. Vega looking pretty good in terms of lanes, and now heading into the pit, Mr. PB.
Well, they have to know. I mean, it's Ursa. Maybe he tries to bait it out, or maybe he just goes for it. Who knows? Yeah, he's just going to go in. Okay. So, I believe Enrage still has global sound, so he's not going to be popping it. But he does have 3 points into the Fury swipes, and right now it does not look like Team Tinker had any vision near the pit, nor did they see him enter, and we're also going to see a kill there on bottom lane. How is that Lion level 6? Man, Wei2 is just getting annihilated. He's taken the place of Pylai Dai for the die title, I guess.
Enrage. Bringing Roshan very low, and yeah, they're not going to be able to stop this. Looks like Team Tinker haven't sussed it, or if they have, they don't fancy contesting it, and that is going to be the 9.5-minute Roche there for your Ursa, and a lot of money on him as well. 2k gold is on Qualifier, who's very, very close to finishing off that the Blink Dagger. He's hasting himself up to the top lane. He's got the backup of Phoenix here, and Phoenix does have the Supernova.
Yeah, he's got a haste, so I think it should be... Oh no, he doesn't want to go. But see, this is why I was so confused of why he didn't go on the Ursa, because Ursa doesn't have an instant disable. I thought, okay, he just kills the Ursa because only 800 health. Enchant makes him hit for like 400 damage, and you can pre-enchant because you know you're going to be able to get in range to Echo. And with 2 points in Aftershock, that's all you need is Sunlock. You don't actually need more than that, but level 1 doesn't work. So he had the perfect level, the perfect rune, and the skill build to kill, but he just didn't go. I wonder if he was just assuming there would be TPs, or maybe he didn't see a support or something like that. But Qualifier not able to do much yet, and Black still continues his free farm in the safe lane, as we expect him to. Highest CS in the game.
Indeed it is, and talking about the Ursa on the side of Vega. Now, what kind of items do you expect to see come out in this game? Can he go straight for the Blink, or does he need to get the BKB up against the lineup of Team Tinker this match early on?
Well, he definitely will want BKB at some point. Like, against those heroes, heck yeah, you're going to have to buy one. But depending on how much they can pressure, some Ursas even favor going things like Shadowblade, even though it costs a lot of mana, just because of how you use it to initiate, as opposed to a Blink where you can still run past wards accidentally, but you can use Shadowblade to bypass vision, and that's really important for some stage. But here comes Qualifier.
Indeed, and with the enchant totem blowing up solo on his Witch Doctor. Double damage doing the work there, and well, Blink Dagger now picked up by PB on the Ursa.
Yeah, the Blink is pretty core. But again, goes to show the killing power of the Shaker. That was a fissure and an enchant. And DD on Shaker is not, like, it's okay, but it's basically like having 1 level of enchant totem. So imagine that if he did it to Ursa in mid, with also using his ulti. But now Qualifier, he's got the playmaking ability, he's got the max Aftershock and Echo up.
Seema and PB here, heading to the bottom lane with the smoke up. He's got the blink if he wants to make the jump. The Mag as well has Primal Roar, but at the same time, Axe and, of course, the Phoenix have backed up into the jungle. So Vega aren't going to find anyone in the lane quite yet. Now they're going to move towards the jungle, leading the way with the Hawk. They're going to be able to get vision of. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to find anyone. Pylai coming back in, but he's got himself an Invis-ring. So it looks like, yeah, with this little rotation, an attempt of a gank and potential reveal of the Blink Dagger, they're not going to find anyone straight away here, Vega at least.
This is some really nice scouting. If they bring Qualifier down here, does he have mana? Oh, he doesn't have mana, never mind. They're not going to be able to have Shaker for this team fight. That might make Team Tinker just back off. They see like 3, maybe 4 heroes right now. Actually, it's everyone, never mind, it's all 5. So yeah, this is a dead tower.
The full 5 commitment, and indeed the tower is looking very much dead. Ice Blast is coming through. We'll connect onto 3 here.
It'll stop the push to tier 2, but it won't stop that tower from dying. And if they stay, Qualifier can obliterate them with an Echo.
Now there's going to be a TP back towards the mid lane as Blacky's applying some pressure here on his gyro. Seema, solo, they are here. Can they find the Hex or the stun onto Black? No, he's just a little bit too speedy. He will be able to get himself away. Bottom lane still both the Beastmaster and Dragon Knight hanging about. Now they look for a wraparound towards the mid lane. You've got your gyro, you've got your AA, and also the Axe in the mid lane. But they're also going to head up to the north and up towards the secret shop, away from the potential rotation here coming out from the side of Vega. And keeping themselves as far away, and in comes the Dragon Knight, looking to go to the high ground. And now your Paralyzing Cast onto Pylite Die. No one pops the ultimate, will get trapped up by the Troll Summoner. And now Supernova coming out from Pylite Die. Ice Blast onto your Dragon Knight. He just blows up. And there's going to be the DK out of this fight here.
Well, not having BKB and being between a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower, maybe not the play if you're Vega. Just try to take it one step at a time and try to get the mid-tier 1 down before you try to go in that particular spot. But once the DK gets his BKB up, it should be okay. I think when...
Echo Slam on the mid lane for Seema. Fisher as well into the Enchant Totem Slap. That's a dead hero.
Indeed it is. There's no way you can live through that. Like, as a support, the Enchant Totem just hits way too hard. And if you preemptively enchant, you're always guaranteed to get 2 hits of, like, that magnitude off, especially with max level Aftershock. But still, Team Tinker pulling themselves into the game a little bit. I would say overall, Vega are, I wouldn't say they have an advantage, but their lineup is better at this stage in the game. So if you want to call that an advantage, I guess, maybe they do have a little one. It's just all about the Shaker plays and the Axe plays, because now Qualifier and Bulba both have Blink. So this is when you can start really looking to pick people off.
Mid lane. PB trying to dive here onto Black. There's going to be a TP in, of course, from Qualifier on the Earthshaker. They look to jump on anyone here. Side of Vega, they're going to back up. Qualifier just positioning himself in the trees, ready to see if there's any further aggression coming out from Vega. Isn't going to be the case. And well, bottom lane.
Pylite Die just explodes again.
Finger comes off cooldown, and indeed, to blow up the Phoenix. 7-6. Tower will go down, and Beastmaster actually being able to get the final touch onto it there.
I'm surprised the Lion had enough damage to burst a Phoenix with an Ogre Club and wand charges as well. Because usually, like if you're full health, because you have Tranquils, and you have 8 wand charges and an Ogre Club, I don't think that the Lion should have enough damage to kill you before you can move. He must have not been at full health, because I didn't actually see the pick happen. It just like happened, and then after the fact, we saw that he was dead, so.
Okay, and I mean, the Ursa, is there a point of the game where he is going to fall off considerably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, Ursa suffers from the melee problem, where you have to constantly be in melee range to be able to deal your damage. And against an Axe, a Shaker, and a Gyro during a late game, like there is some serious potential for you to get kited. And that's also why a lot of Ursas don't immediately buy BKB. So we see a smoke here from Team Tinker looking for somebody. They might find no one.
Double damage in Bulba as soon as he's up on the high ground. There we go. He's seen the Dragon Knight. Straight away blinks forward, but a nice stun in reaction. It doesn't matter though, because the Echo Slam's there to follow up with the Ice Blast flying through. No one will explode there as Shiki gets the kill. And they pop down the Supernova, trying to stop them from going on Bulba, but it's too late. Bulba's already dead. Call down the Enchant Totem and the slap, bringing down Solo. It's a 2-for-1 so far. A Wish Tosher and DK for your Axe. It might be Mag as well. He just needs to touch him with this Totem, and bam! Mag goes down as well. Double kill here to Qualifier on the Earthshaker, who's slowly but surely dismantling the side of Vega, as it's a 3-for-1 trade favoring the side of Team Tinker.
That was obviously a very nice engagement from Team Tinker. They catch out the DK. Insane reflexes, by the way. I think he probably saw him on the high ground and just anticipated the blink, and then just threw out the Dragon Tail to make sure that he wasn't going to get called right away. But the AA Blast is coming in huge. With the AoE teamfight potential they have between Egg, Shaker, AA Blast, and Axe, Gyro ulti, like there's just so many things you have to worry about. Like, how do you dodge all of that? It's very, very difficult for Vega to get into a good position in the overall engagement without BKBs being available on their heroes. I don't know, it's really tough for Vega to fight like a real 5 versus 5. They want to go for more of the pick and push, I think, until they get BKBs or at least a pipe on somebody.
I mean, how's the Ursa doing in terms of climbing towards the BKB? Let's have a look. He's got the Ogre Club.
He's doing okay.
He's doing okay, but I mean, that's going to be the time that we're going to really see whether the Ursa pick is able to do anything against the side of Team Tinker, because so far we haven't really seen much interaction at all between Ursa and the side of Team Tinker.
A lot of it's just due to the fact that the fire spirits and the slow, they put your blink on cooldown for a very long time. So unless you find the jump straight away and you get your hero kill with like a roar or something like that, you're not really gonna have the time to sit there and just auto attack somebody to death. It's more like, if I don't have BKB and I jump at the wrong time, I just feed. I need my team behind me if I'm going to do that.
Oh, blink forward, here we go. Ursa, he's looking for way to, and he'll find it with a few swipes. Bulba does catch him out with the Berserker's Call, and there is the cooldown as well from Gyro. In comes Pylight Die, he does have the Supernova, and he will drop it. They're starting to tick down the side of Vegas. They tried to run away. Are they going to be able to catch anyone else out here, the side of Team Tinker? Bulba, he's not going to be able to jump in, and gets fingered by Seema as he's able to bring down the axe. Fisher catches out your line. Death Ward now from Solo, forcing Pylight Die back. Qualifier, he wants to go back in, but he can't. There's already 3 heroes down on the side of the Radiant, and here comes the paralyzing cast between Pylight Die and Qualifier. Pylight Die trying to get himself in the tree line. Pasha, he's looking for a blink forward, and there we go. Onto the poor old Phoenix. That's going to be 4 down. Raw onto Qualifier. They finish him off as well. It's a full team wipe against the side of Team Tinker. AA only just coming back onto the board, but 9th of the 13. Vega just catching Team Tinker totally off guard.
That was a steamroll, and they all knew the Ice Blast was coming because the AA was alive. Like, even small stuff like that, just... Vega are absolutely steamrolling this game. They could even try to go high ground. There is an axe alive, but there's no AA blast for a little while. And look at the creep wave they have.
Look at the taboo.
The tower. There's no glyph. They might even get raxed. They have Echo. They have Echo. Okay, they're not going to go that ham. Quick goes up in 20 seconds.
They want to go in. They put the drum charge.
Yeah, they run now.
Okay.
I think it would have been an overcommitment to go for Rex because they got so much out of that team fight that it's very tempting to play the greedy role and just go for more, right? But now we got Book 3 and Beastmaster. We got BKB on the Dragon Knight. And BKB's almost done on Ursa, plus Roshan is alive. So they're going to scout the pit with an AL tier.
Oh, man.
I think PB will probably just back. Yeah, he can.
Oh, if he
can't
gets
do
bashed, yeah. He'll back up indeed.
Now, my question is, can they actually fight without the Ursa? Because they're not going to have the use of an Ursa with no HP. He's even TPing back to base after receiving a bottle charge and an urn. Oh, man, I don't think fighting is the play here. Well, DK does have a fresh BKB. Maybe they can take it 4v5. Or at the least stop Team Tinker from roshing, which is all you really need to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the side of Team Tinker, in terms of physical DPS, they're not going to be able to do Roshan nearly as quick as the side of Vega.
Definitely not.
No.
And they don't have anybody with lifesteal, so... Well, actually, they have Black, I guess, but... Gyro's not the best Roshan killing hero. I don't know, that last team fight was just like a gift for Vega, because I saw way too at the beginning of the fight. It was just like standing there, the Ursa blinks in, there's no way an AA is going to be able to get out. They go for a counterplay, they get really greedy and try to save their support instead of just saying, okay, we're going to let you die and then run, and it just snowballs into a 5-man team wipe, and then you lose your tier 3 tower. That is devastating, but coming down mid, Team Tinker, can make something happen.
Oh, the throw the paralyzing cast, scan the Earth Spike just to clear out the creep wave here, Vega. Mr. PB, he's just 50 gold. Well, less now on finishing off that BKB on this Ursa. And maybe with the BKB, they'll feel more confident in going for another attempt at Roshan, in the sense that they'll be very much ready to fight against Tinker if Tinker try and catch them off guard. Now Tinker making movements towards the Dyer's jungle. Hanging around here, heading up to the high ground. There's going to be a TP into the tier 2 from your Witch Doctor on the side of Vega. Witch Doctor's team are on the front lines. Fortification will come out. Tier 1 already very low, will almost certainly go down here to the Radiant, and indeed Black will be able to find the bonus gold there from the tower. I mean, it's a close game, Andy.
It is pretty close, but I like the decision from Vega to not defend. They go for an immediate smoke. They could just use this to Rosh if they really, really wanted to, or they could go pick first and then retreat for Rosh, or pick tower Rosh. I mean, there's like 3 options that they have. Or they could just have the Ursa solo it, I guess, and then have everyone else go and try to go for a pick.
Quaker looks to be the target, and there's your blink forward from Seema with the Hex and the stun. Quaker's in a lot of problems and a lot of trouble with the finger and the Death Ward getting laid down. That's your core Shaker getting obliterated by the side of Team Vega, and Team Vega, of course, will also find Roshan. There's a bit of a wraparound coming in. Bulba, he's found a call onto a couple of them, and now Pylai coming in with the Supernova. Call down onto Solo. Solo getting very, very low. He will pop here to Black. It's a 2-for-1, maybe that a 3-for-1 though, because Dragon Knight, he's just cleaning up. Oh my goodness, he might even find Black as well. Yes, the Raw's there to cancel the TP. Black goes down. It's a double kill for the Dragon Knight. They'll turn their attention to the tier 2. It's a 4-for-1 trade. They also got Roast. They've got the Aegis as well. 17 for 10. Again, Vega just steamrolling Tinker.
That was such a nice move from Vega. Like, they smoke up. The first thing that you think about is going aggressive to try to find a kill, because the kill ensures Roshan. But you can just send Ursa down there, blink in with an initiator like Lion, guarantee yourself a kill. They just racks. Like, there's a Shaker ulti, but Qualifier doesn't have the rest of his team. So even if he gets a nice Echo, it might not be enough to really do anything, as there's an Aegis up on PB.
They've got an Echo and an Ice Blast. They could certainly do a significant amount of damage, but as you said, it might not be enough. Supernova still unavailable. They do have the gyro cooldown at back off, but he's not the back for 10 seconds. And Vega, they're well out of the base. They're playing it cool, they're playing it safe. But Vega's play this game, it's been pretty much on point for the most of it. And Tinker, just little kind of cracks in their defenses, getting totally abused by Vega and punished every time.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the Beastmaster vision. It's just allowing them to find a lot of openings that normally wouldn't be available because you just can't see it. So maybe, like, giving the Beastmaster away, I don't know if it was as impactful in this game as it was in game 1 when Mag played it, but it certainly contributes to the being able to find smoke kills. Like, we talked about how they had such a high smoke success rate, and a lot of that is just because of Hawk vision. Like, when you can see the heroes, you can always jump them. But sometimes what happens is when you smoke, you don't have wards down. So when you smoke into an area blind, there's a lot less of a chance you're going to find the kill, because it's more time wasted with the smoke on, and then you have to try to go find somebody else, and maybe you don't find anyone.
DK here with an Invis rune. Is he going to find Pylai Die? No, Pylai Die. Keeping it cool. Blink forward from Mag. He's got the Raw, but he can't quite get it off. Icarus dive there. Keeping Pylai Die out of harm's way. But the tier 2, it will go down here as the full 5-mana Vega come down the top lane. They'll find this final tier 2 from the side of Team Tinker. Black looking for some farm on the bottom lane, pushing it out. He's got 2.7k gold now on top of the quarterstaff. But is it enough farm at this point of the game? The pressure's being applied here by Vega. No one hammering away here with the ultimate onto the tier 3. And it's just melting. They will be get caught out by the Fire Spirits. And now Blink 4 from Bulba. There's going to be Qualifier following up as well. Echo Slam, Ice Blast, everything coming in. 9 PB, Blinks 4, they're straight onto the egg. Will he find it? One more swipe will bring down Pylai Die. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Ursa goes down, but he does, of course, have the Aegis for round 2. Solo trying to get him with a paralyzing cast, and it bounces between Bulba and Black. Bulba does manage to get the call off onto PB, but now your Primal Roar onto Black on the gyro. He goes down. Double kill for Ursa. It's going to be a triple kill as he finds Axe as well. And Qualifier walking in into the Death Ward, though, coming out. They do kill the Witch Doctor. They will be able to take down Fuzzy Wuzzy. And there's a double kill for Pylai Die off the back of that fight. But it's they're having to use everything, Team Tinker, buybacks included, to just defend against Vega. 2 buybacks committed for that fight. Can they find anything more? No. Looks like Mag and team, they're going to be able to get out with their lives intact.
That defense was still very well played by Team Tinker, managing to kill the Ursa 2 times in a row, catching the DK before he was even able to use his BKB in time. I don't know, there was a lot of things about that fight that went well for Tinker, and keeping your base alive is all you can really ask for at this stage. The Gyrocopter in the Ultra late game will become a very scary core, but he still needs a lot of time because he's against DK and Ursa with very long duration BKBs. So his damage output is really only affecting the supports of Vega, and he's not able to kill the cores. So he needs the Axe to be able to find a nice opening prior to BKB being popped, kind of similar to what we saw happen to the DK, and then just kill them based on that. But once he gets later on and he has Butterfly, oh, I don't think he can kill that. Not even.
Oh, Mag, he might be in trouble now. Qualifier, he's getting caught out. Bulba will get the call on to no one, and now the Ice Blast will connect. Bulba will just look to TP out, and Qualifier trying to get himself away, but the slow from the boar. No, he's coming in, he's got the Dragon Tail, but Qualifier's able to blink, but he blinks into the bear.
He got bashed.
Oh.
First hit bash. Dota 2, please.
50 seconds down.
Life is hard, man. Life is hard for Tinker.
It is very hard, and the Ursa pick is certainly doing it for Vega.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's really great matchup against Gyro once you have your BKB and Blink, because Gyro can't ever man fight you if you're both magic immune. And if there's only one method of stopping you from attacking during BKB, and you also have a Dragon Knight on your team who has BKB as well, it's so easy to just be able to focus them down.
Buyback here from Qualifier. Bulba looking for the play. He's going to get hexed up and line blinks back. They position themselves here on the high ground. Vega ready to go in for round 2. Nope. DK does TP out there. Did have a missile heading his way, but he trusted in his team to take it out in time, and they do so indeed. And Dragon Knight's backed out. He's just going to look to push out that top lane, and it looks like Vega don't necessarily want to take a fight at this point, but I mean, with the Ursa around, they could still give it a shot if it kicks off.
Yeah, I think they might just back though. Like Seema, he needs to not get caught, and the rest of them are kind of in the vicinity. I don't know, maybe they do go for it. They're going for a D ward. He gets a lucky bash, maybe PB could have killed him, but they're not going to choose to commit. I really think overall that Team Tinker weren't quite ready for the Ursa pick, because he got Rosh uncontested. Like, no one even thought about it, you know? It's one of those things where you stop playing against a hero for so long that you forget what he can do, and he just kills Roshan, like, before 10 minutes in, and then he gets it again with another smoke. So it's a little bit of dire side abuse, I guess, if you want to call it that, but it's still a really solid pick coming out from Vega and PB.
Oh, he's got an invis.
There's no one else really around, though. I mean, he needs somebody else.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything too silly.
I mean, he did have BKB. He probably would have been able to get a kill, but he also would have died in the process because Bulba would have called him at some point. Who knows? I think it's the right call to not go super ham there.
Yeah, now, just going to try and fix the push that Tinker did get out going on this top lane. But still 13 to 22 on the board. Vega very much with the advantage. If we have a look at the overall net worth graph at the moment, what kind of difference are we seeing? Yeah, it's a 14,000 net worth advantage here for Vega. XP wise, not quite as great, but still a 7,500 lead for the side of the Dire. It's going to be a hard one for Tinker. Gyro, did he manage to get that Eagle Song at the end of the day? Let's have a look at the old Black's farm. Yeah, he's got the Eagle Song and the Quarterstaff, so closing in the Talisman. And has got the courier being sent out.
That's kind of just chilling there.
Yeah, it didn't have anything on, did it?
No, sometimes I get confused because now you have to buy Talisman of Evasion at the Secret Shop.
You do, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. It is very confusing, as the item has been purchasable at the side shop in the base for a very, very long time. So a lot of people are just like, wait, why can't I finish my item? And just leave the courier sitting in base for a very long time. It's kind of cool. And frustrating.
Ags now on your Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah. If Vega have everything they need to end the game, I think. It's just all about taking the right timing. Maybe they wait for the next Rosh because it'll be cheese. And they'll find out if it's going to be spawning quickly or later in just like a couple of seconds. But I would be really shocked if Tinker let them just get another Rosh. It is going to be 2 minutes, so it's a relatively long respawn for them. And Vega will probably... Does anybody have a smoke? No, I don't think they do.
Mag is a little bit alone here on this bottom lane if he does get spotted out. He's trying to keep himself as elusive as possible. And he's going to prop the Hawk out, and then he realizes he needs to run. He will be able to blink away. And
he got the courier snipe as well.
Didn't have anything on, though, fortunately, for the side of Team Tinker.
If Black wants his butterfly, he's going to have to scutter over there and get it himself.
He's gonna.
Yeah, he's in vision of a ward too. So.
I was going to say this is a little bit risky if he does go the way out.
Yeah, but the other ward's scouting out Seema, so in a way...
Bottom lane. Hello, they're going in. They're going in with the Death Ward now onto Bulba. Pilar will come out with the Supernova, but now they just turn their attentions to it, and they will be able to bring down the Sun. That's your Phoenix down. Bulba's going to try and TP out, but the damage is going to be there. The Dragon Tail as well to cancel it. Solo getting himself a double kill there, bringing down both the Axe and the Phoenix. And now in the mid lane, Finger and Fuzzy Wuzzy there onto your Gyro, and now he's down for 80 seconds, no buyback. This is not good for Tinker.
Yeah, I guess his buyback is still on cooldown. That is unfortunate. 40 seconds. So he has 70-second rest timer, but in 40 seconds he can actually buy back. So Vega might know that it's on cooldown, but it's really close. Like, it's hard to guess exactly. I think they just go high ground though.
Indeed, bottom lane pushing it up to the tier 3s now. Only the Earthshaker and the AA Light. They do have the Echo Slam Ice Blast combination. And how far is the AA towards his Aghanims? He obviously did pick up the Midas earlier. He's only got the Ogre Club and 1700 gold.
They're trying to dodge Ice Blast so much right now. They're all just running around. They're like, don't Ice Blast me, bro.
Bulba's back as well. Looks for the call. There's your Echo Slam, but the BKB straight away from the Dragon Knight. Earthspike catching out Qualifier and Bulba. The Ice Blast flies through, but they've already lost the axe. And Qualifier just has to get himself out. The melee racks will go down on the bottom lane, and they'll almost certainly lose the range here as well. That's going to be the second full set of racks down off the base of Team Tinker. They just can't stop Vega.
I'm really impressed by Vega. Like, we were kind of questioning if they could beat Tinker in this series, due to Tinker obviously being the more established team. Like, Vega are newer. They just had 2 new additions. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why that a lot of people coming into this thought that Tinker were going to win. I even thought Tinker were going to win. And Vega are just like, they're playing it, man. They're in it to win it. I really think the Beastmaster is a hero that's going up against this team. But the thing is, he's so good at a lot of heroes.
Yes, there's a lot
So
of
if you ban out Mag,
heroes.
or if you ban out the Beastmaster, you still have to worry about other heroes like Centaur as well. So, I don't know. I think if you let him get this particular hero, though, people were picking vision strategies before 6.84 even rolled in. Like, you saw a lot of Zeus. You saw some Beastmaster, but it wasn't super prevalent. Some Slark picks every now and then, and Night Stalker became super popular. So the vision strategy in 6.84 works even better, because the longer you assume map control, the less rubber banding there is.
Lion, he's got the Aghanims. The fun will begin.
Yeah, it's going to be very painful for Tinker to try to defend this.
Talking about pain, Black. He's got a bear after him. He finds the bash, and 9 PB going for a Raw, holding Black in place. Bulba will be there trying to save Black, but PB just turns to Black and finishes him off. 65 seconds down for the Gyro. He's looking for more. He won't be able to find it. But again, bringing down your Gyro, and, well, an old man in his aeroplane isn't a match for this big old angry bear. 34 minutes in. Ursa. He's doing it, Draskell.
I think that's actually game, because he can't buy back.
It's going to be Megas at the least. Bulba will find the call, but look at the damage coming through from this DK. They do Echo Slam onto Solo and Seema. Fisher as well, bringing them low, and Chant Totem has managed to pick off the Witch Doctor. There's your finger from Seema the Slayer. 3 heroes down on the Radiant. Pilot Eye comes in. He gets hexed up. Mag trying to chase it down through the Spirits here. The Laser Beam will come out, and Mr. Ursa will go down. He's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Buyback now from Qualifier and the Earthshaker. Can they do anything to stop themselves from being megaed? Pylite die. He is going to die. Qualifier and Chance's totem, but they've been mega creep now, Team Tinker. It's not looking great. I mean, AA has got the Aghanim Scepter. Oh, that's the Dragon Tail. The reactions there from that fantastic Qualifier. Oh, his eardrums do get deafened there as the primal roar from Beastmaster finishes off, and in goes Ursa. Wants to find way too, and it's just way too much damage. Pylite die. He's almost certainly going to go down as well. It's a double kill for Ursa. Mr. Pasha. He's now onto Black. GG's called. Ursa making a very, very impressive comeback to competitive, Draskell.
I gotta say, Vega, bringing out Ursa. It is a new patch, so sometimes you can get kind of taken off guard by picks. We talked about the Brood in game 2, how impactful it was, and Bulba being able to just dominate the map, stopping Solo on the Enchantress from being able to gank. This time around, they were not prepared to play against Ursa. Like, he killed Roshan completely uncontested every single time. And that's with an AA on your team, and a Shaker. I mean, you had ways of scouting the pit. Like, even prior to 6, you can go in there and you can drop a Vortex, you know, just scout it out, make sure the Roshan's not being attempted. And they were never really in a position to stop him. So I think that the snowball effect of Roshan being killed that many times in quick succession, like every time it was up, just boom, Vega are there, you know, they're just getting Roshan, pushing all the time, finding picks with their Beastmaster vision. In the future, Vega are obviously going to be making it through to league play, and this is the last of the qualifiers. That means that Team Tinker are not going to be able to qualify at all. And Shiver is just trying her hardest to distract you right now. You got to just rise above it.
Honestly, I can see why she was ID'd early, because she certainly acts like an 18-year-old, to tell you that.
Yeah, it is true.
But anyway, Draskell, 6.84 is good.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
I mean, we're seeing Ursa.
It's a bit of a change-up. Ursa was run sometimes, but that was like a year ago, maybe 6 months. I don't know.
Good stuff.
Time flies when you're old. But yeah, I'm really excited to watch Vega play against the other big name teams. It's going to be fun.
It is, and tonight's going to be fun as well, Draskell.
That's true. There's Dota to be had.
There is Dota to be had. I'm not going to be picking Alchemist, but we're going to be having some fun with the old patch. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the games today. Vega Squadron, they'll be our final team to go through to League play.
Yeah.
And League play is going to be very exciting. I don't really want to take it away from the host because I'm sure Shiva and Shane and Slasher will go through it, but I will. So look forward to seeing NIP, Alliance, Empire, Na'Vi, Burden, Basically Unknown, ASUS Polar, and now Vega Squadron. Is going to be exciting action coming up, but as I said, the guys over there, they'll let you know more about it. But from myself and Draskell, that's it for today. Until League play, have a fantastic weekend. Have a lot of fun with 6.84. Don't go picking Alchemist, even if you've got the Eternal Radiance Blades. I don't care. Just don't do it. Thank you very much, boys and girls. We'll see you next time. And now over to a few sponsor images and then straight over to the panel. See you guys next week, in fact.